Alright guys, welcome back. I want to talk to you today about this CVLife, and this is their magnetic laser bore sight, and this is the red version that does come in red and green. We're just going to give you a quick description of kind of what it is and what comes in the box. We'll give you some technical specs that's mentioned in the manual as well, but we just want to show you this is rechargeable, so that's really nice. It does come with your rechargeable cable that you can hook into your phone charger or your PC or Xbox or whatever and recharge the sight. And here's the unit itself. It is magnetic on the base, so it's very small, very lightweight. It is rechargeable via a USB-C port, and there the button is on top right there, as you can see, so you can click it. And that is the laser itself, and we'll show you you can see the laser there, and it's very strong and powerful. Plenty good enough to do up to 25-50 yards of bore sighting. We will talk about not necessarily pros and cons, but kind of what you need to look for when you use this, or whether it will work with your particular item that you're trying to sight in. So that's something we will talk about a little bit. So there it is, and that's the box. There's not much in it as far as that goes because it's very simple, which is a good thing that it is simple like that. The instructions does give you kind of some setup information on how to use the bore sighter. I think this is better suited for rifles, but it also can be used on pistols where the barrel protrudes from the slide itself. One note I will make is that you want to make sure that the end of your barrel is in very good condition. There are no nicks or maybe finish imperfections on the barrel. That the end of the barrel is very flat and smooth and clean also. So make sure you clean it real well before you use this, because even a speck of dust, if you're pointing this at 50 yards, a speck of dust or something, or a little bit of dirt, can throw the laser off quite a bit. So that does make it a little bit more interesting to try to make sure that you are getting a good zero. So I would suggest that you clean this surface on the back of the bore sighter, and that you make sure that the end of your barrel is clean and not damaged before you use it. Otherwise, you probably should try some other method to get your item bore sighted correctly. Okay, so very simple to use. Like I said, you just charge it. You got this one button on and off. Not too many details there to give you as far as how it works. Let's give you kind of some of the information about it. So the laser wavelength is 650 nanometers. Max output is less than 5 megawatts. Green laser wavelength 515 nanometers. It's made out of aluminum. Yeah, the red laser running time is 4 hours. The green laser running time is 1 hour. Red laser is 5 to 100 yards, and the green laser is 5 to 200 yards. So if you buy the red laser, it does have a longer run time, but it has a slightly shorter distance for bore sighting. In my opinion, something of this nature is just something to get you close at 50 yards, and then you'll want to do fine tuning up to 200, 500 yards. So really the red laser is probably good enough, because this is just to get you on paper at say 50 yards, and then I would definitely suggest make sure you fine tune without the bore sighter. You don't just set it and then go hunting the next day with the bore sighter without shooting the gun and confirming your zero. So that's what I suggest personally. I do think this will work great for that. As you can see here, it kind of gives you instructions on what everything does. And like I said, it also gives you notes on making sure that your barrel is not damaged, making sure that you don't damage the barrel when it does magnetically click. I'm going to give you an example. So here is this is just a metal surface. It has nothing to do with a firearm, but I will click it on there. It's very strong. So when you come to meet your surface, you want to go real slow and hold pressure back and let it click gently, and make sure it is centered on that surface when you put it on. So that's very important. maybe turn it a little bit so that make sure that any kind of debris might work its way out of the connection between the bore sighter and the surface you're connecting to. And then you'll just click the button and turn it on, as you can see there. So very cool. I think this is a great tool to add to your toolbox, your range kit, to get things done. Is it for everything? Maybe not, but I think the vast majority of stuff this will work very well for. I also would recommend that you put a sight on a gun or whatever you're sighting in, and you shoot a couple shots and see where it's at before you use the laser, because sometimes you'll find that guns are pretty sighted in straight out of the box, or sights can be pretty close, and then use this if it's off paper. So shoot one or two. If it's off paper, use this, sight it into this, see if you're on paper, and then take this off. And after that, you'll want to kind of confirm again and readjust for, complete perfect zero. Okay. So anyway, God bless. Have a great day. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's a really nice, well-made unit. It's very powerful. I would suggest you use it just to make it a little easier. I suggest you use it either in the mornings or in the evenings, because on a sunny day, although you can see it on a sunny day, having to look for it is strained to make sure you're focused on it. It's just going to be easier when it's a little bit overcast or a little bit darker, when you're sighting something in. So that might be a good suggestion, is wait till it's kind of in the morning or in the evening when you don't have that direct sunlight kind of interfering with, the light from the laser. All right, guys. Have any question or comments, just let me know. I'll be glad to answer them. God bless and have a great day.